So, kid, thanks so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate your time. How you been?
I've been good. I've been good.
So, for people that don't know you, very few people, right? How would you sort of go about introducing yourself? What do you sort of say like you do with yourself from a day to day sort of perspective?
Man, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta start off by letting the people know who I am. Kid Mike, you know what I'm saying? The one and only. You know what I'm saying? No, but you know what I'm saying? I go by Kid Mike. You know what I'm saying? I do content creation. I'm a content creator. So day by day, you know what I mean? I'm always thinking of, even if I don't make a video, I'm always doing something related when it comes to content creation or something when it comes to social media, whether if it's like music, streaming. I literally just picked up doing music. So I'm either doing music, either writing down video ideas, doing something that's related to just
Mm,
elevating my craft and continuing on with the social media influencer route every day.
that's sick, man. That's sick. So, content creation, it sounds like that's quite a sort of solid passion for you. Is that something you've always
Very,
pursued, or?
yes. Like since I was like little, like it's crazy. I've never, I remember like my parents telling me they thought I was going to change my dreams and everything. I said I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And look where we at. I'm 22, and you know what I mean. I was like, I told you I'm not. Like this is what I want to do.
I bet you've been waiting for that "I told you so" type of day real long. Hey.
Low key, because it's like, you know what I mean. Like they was never doubtful, but it was just like you know you're young. You know what I'm saying? You're young,
Mm,
so it's like yeah. But I'm like, see me, I was a very mature kid when it came to a lot of things. So it was like when I
mm,
wanted some, like if I really, you know what I'm saying, love it and everything, like I was gonna stick through it, and I never changed my mind when it came to that. You know what I'm saying? So
mm. Yeah. So this has been you know, a kind of purposeful, planned out type of vision. It hasn't just happened to you. It sounds like you've had some real purpose to this type of thing.
yes,
Is that
very,
something you've been sort of trying to pursue and make happen for a long, long time now?
very, very,
Yeah.
very, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So you is it always been the guise of just social media type of content creation, or you know how like a lot of guys do, like they do the social media and stuff like that, but that's in the guise of like they want to do like bigger productions, they want to do like stuff like that. Is that been your goal at all, or is it always just been focused like social and your own brand and your own type of creativity and stuff?
No, I definitely want to expand very much. Cause I love a lot of like, cause I've been, first of all, I've been in the movie before and I love the whole like movie. So like doing like movies and stuff, I want to do more movies.
Yeah.
I really love fashion. Like I want to get into fashion and everything. Like I said,
Sick.
with and music too. Like I love music too. So like I've been diving into music and stuff again. So yeah, I definitely want to be somebody who brands themselves out and is known for doing so many stuff and just, you know what I mean? Like my name is everywhere. You're just saying my name everywhere. It don't matter what it is. You know what I mean? So
Man, you got that type of energy that like it's just a matter of time type of energy. You know what I mean? You know how people just they come in, you're like, oh, I don't know if he's gonna do it, but like for you, it seems like you just this energy is coming off you that's just like, oh, give me a couple weeks.
yeah, literally. That's you know what I'm saying. You gotta set yourself to that. You know what I mean? I'm like, just give me time. I'm gonna make it happen. Promise you. I'm like, promise you, I'm gonna make it happen.
That's so good, man. So tell me, what happened? Childhood years sound like um, your parents kind of had your back a little bit there. Sounds like it a little bit. Kind of you know didn't discourage you. It sounds like it. But like how was that sort of coming up, and where did you grow up? How was growing up for you?
Yeah. So growing up was very it definitely was nowhere near bad. Like I definitely both my parents are in my life actually.
Mm,
Even to this day, both my mom and my father is still very much into my life.
mm,
Very, very much. They still to this day play a very big hand into one of the reasons why I continue to, you know what I'm saying, content creation and try to make myself a song because I want to give back to them so much, especially my father because um when I remember when I first told my father like, yeah, this is what I want to do. He didn't tell me like directly. He told me this like late, like years later. He told me, he said, when you first told me, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, in the inside, I was mad. Or just not mad, but like because he wanted me to go to college and you know what I
right.
mean, and just be better than him, which is what every parent should
Yeah.
want for their child. Is for their, I mean, you know what I mean, is for what they want a child to be better than the parent.
Mm.
Um, and with our like generation growing up, social media was still like something that you
Mm.
kind of like see now nowadays it's like yeah do social media yeah but you know what I'm saying like me growing up and the people like social media was still on the rocky end and still just like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying out climbing so when I first brought it up it was like eh but then my parents started seeing how much first of all they started seeing how determined I was
Mm.
but not only did they see how determined I was, they started seeing progress. And
Mm.
the more and more progress they seen, they was like, yo, like he is not joking,
Mm.
like at all. Like he put so much time, he's so entertaining, like his energy, X, Y, Z. And then like my dad told me to this day, he was like, listen, like I I listen like one of your biggest supporters. Like he's like, I'm not gonna lie, at first I wasn't too sure, but then you showed me progress, you showed me that you really want to do it, and you actually did something of it, and you're continuing every single day. He was like, man, just buy me a house whenever you finally make it. When you get rich, he's like, just buy me a house whenever you get rich, and just buy me a house. I'm like, I'll buy you two. Don't worry, I got you. I'll buy you two.
There it is. There it is. Man, that's so special to have that type of support and backing, especially from the most crucial people in a person's lives, especially parents, right? It sounds like you know man, a lot of love and dedication is coming out of that sort of focal point for you in your life and stuff. So is that kind of where you create from? Is that kind of the sort of launching block where you like, oh, I get up and this is what motivates me. So like, I'm buying my dad 2 houses, 3 houses, like I buy my whole block type of thing. Is that kind of like your motivation where you're getting up every day with?
It's definitely a very big motivation. It's definitely a very big motivation. I want to give back to my family and just the people who always supported me so much. Um, but my main motivation though is definitely the love for it. Like a lot of
Mm,
people don't.
mm,
A lot of people when it comes to social media and like music and stuff, like want to be famous and rich. It's only because of the rich aspect. Like with me, like if we didn't need money, I wouldn't care. I would just do it just because I seriously love it. Like,
mm.
and the one thing about it, like I always told myself, and what I tell the advice that I give to people, I said, when you love something, obviously this would never happen, but if if somebody called you at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, okay, I need you to do this. If you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
I would get up in a heartbeat.
mm,
It's
mhm,
like my manager, like, yo, listen, I know it's super early, but I need you to hop on this flight. We got to do this X, Y, and Z to get this shit done. Whatever.
mm.
I'm good. Let's get it. I'll do it in a heartbeat because this is what I love doing. So I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whether
Absolutely.
my manager called me and like, yeah, I need you to come into work. Nope. Click. Nope.
Yeah, that's so good, man. So obviously, you've got so TikTok's like your main foundation, right? Is that right? Or
For
and
right now.
yeah, and then you're one of the few that been able to sort of bleed it over into other things. Like you notice how like people they'll have a big TikTok, but then you go to Instagram, they got like maybe a couple hundred people just follow them and don't really interact with them. How is that sort of making those connections there for you?
It's definitely been a process. But it's definitely been something I've seen definitely transfer over because, like you said, like a lot of people can't make that connection
No.
over. Instagram has definitely been what's crazy about Instagram too though is that I lost my first Instagram account.
Oh, really?
And then yeah, my first Instagram account I got to like 45K. It got deleted for some reason. I still don't know why to this day. It got deleted. And a year later, literally this was last year, a
Mm.
whole year, currently to this day, I now double, I think triple my followers on Instagram. So it's
Yeah.
definitely been, you know what I mean? Like Instagram, they definitely, and that's how I knew, like, that was how I knew,
Mm.
like, I am meant for this
Mm.
because, like, when people really love you and they mess with you, they'll rock with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the being able to redevelop my Instagram page, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it's being able to grow on TikTok and Instagram too, and having people post me on whatever,
Mm.
having celebrities post me, like, you know. Yeah.
That's sick, man. No, I can feel that energy off you, feeling that deep gratitude. I can just see that sort of radiate off you, man. And I suppose like with your how your content's going, I guess you're probably most sort of known for like the TikTok cringe type of dancing, like making fun of them type of thing.
Yeah.
How did that come about, man? What made you think of that?
I'm gonna be honest. I think actually, I think it was like I think it started because I literally actually how did it start? Oh, it started because I seen somebody dancing
Mm.
because I seen someone make a similar video
Mm-hmm.
to Chris Brown because they was like doing like some stupid dance to Chris Brown, and I was like, I'm making a video about it too because like I relate to this, and then I see it, and you know what I mean, it blew up, and I was like, I'm gonna do it again because like these kids really just be dancing like you know what I mean to these old songs like super basics. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep having fun. I'm gonna keep poking at it, and yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's because that was one of the main reasons why I followed you. Because I come from a time where before TikTok and before all that sort of stuff like that. I'm 26, so I'm not that old, but TikTok and all that wasn't around, and there wasn't like a time where like people would like do new dance moves to like songs outside of like actual dances and stuff. And so I come from a background of doing ballet and contemporary dance, and so when I started to grow up and I would see people start to do these little dances, it's all confined in this type of like really narrow type of window, like the narrow type of screen. They're trying to keep the moves sort of like small and close knit. And as a
Yeah,
dancer, you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on? You're
right. I
like
guess.
this is making zero sense to me. And you kind of like sort of see it sort of progress. And then there's a few other dancing type of things. Like you see some dancer TikTokers go out to like dance studios and stuff like that, and you watch them do the dancing and stuff like that, and you can see how their moves compared to like actual dancers are so much close knit and like really small type of tight type of dancing compared to like other people. So it's definitely had a massive effect on how people dance.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that
it's
one of the main sort of critiques that you saw as well, or?
yeah, definitely. I'm like, because I'm a dancer too. I actually am
Mm,
a dancer, so that was
mm.
definitely one of the things I immediately like realized. I'm like, y'all don't move. Like y'all sit here in this box and just like y'all don't move
No.
like at all. And then and like as the years, what I'm saying, come upon, it's like the movements are getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yes.
Like people are
Yes.
doing less movements.
They are.
Like I'm like,
No,
man,
that's legit. That's legit because I remember in the beginning, there was actually a lot of movements to it, and like the whole entire time, like every like half a second there'd be like another movement to the beat, But now it's kind of like slowed down a lot, and now it's just kind of like just the hands are left. I don't know.
yeah, it's either hands or hips. That's all that's left. Like, and they just stay. They feet never move. Their
Oh,
feet
never,
never move.
never, never.
Never move.
They got
But
lead feet, that's for sure.
I'm, I'm like, man,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it. So aside from like the dancing and the type of comedy type of stuff, you seem like a guy that's got a lot of plans. What sort of plans and sort of directions do you have for not just like TikTok and stuff like that, but like actual like your creativity and your like sort of content creation? Do you have any sort of visions for that?
Yes, traveling and marketing like crazy. That is one thing
Mm.
I feel like I
Mm.
am missing. I feel like that's one thing that I'm missing when it comes to elevation. I feel like
Mm.
just being able to travel, get out, make
Mm-hmm.
videos in different sceneries, it could definitely help a lot. Especially with like YouTube and stuff because YouTube has been, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube has been the area I've been having the most trouble only because I haven't been able to find what to do for YouTube, and that's really what I need to get on is the YouTube.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I definitely like traveling, just working with people because you know what I mean. Like
Mm.
I feel like I've gotten to a place where I've been able to establish a following and
Yeah.
get my name out there. So that's definitely a plan. You know what I mean? That I think I need
Mm.
to the dude.
Yeah, like it's always about not what you know, who you know, right? And connecting with those other people. You sort of notice that with you know, the creators that are really able to branch out from their like core social sort of thing, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, has been from collaborating with other people that are stronger and bigger on other platforms and stuff like that, and been able to sort of
Hmm.
bring them into the throw. Uh, what comes to mind is like what's her name? I don't remember her name. She's like a big TikTok chick. Um, it might have been Bella or something like that. Her name might have been that. She did some music videos, but I remember seeing her on like a Mr. Beast video, and like seeing her on that when they sort of like was kind of like the moment that she sort of branched out to like all these other sort of socials and everything else sort of clicked in for her as well. Do you have guys in mind that you want to sort of connect with at all with like YouTube or anything like that or?
I definitely have. I definitely have one. I definitely have one. There's this dude on TikTok named Vibing with Tay. A lot of people has told me to collab with him because we have
Yeah,
very similar content. So, and he got energy that like that I mess with. So he's one dude I want to collab with.
yeah, yeah. So he's just got the TikTok sort of platform as well, or he's got other things
Yeah,
going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. I know he got TikTok and IG for sure.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that's so good. So what's holding you back from connecting with these guys, or is it just time? Is it?
Um, I'll be honest. I ain't never afraid to share anything. It's really
Mm,
just
mm.
uh honest, if anything, it's really just money. If I be honest with
Oh,
you,
for
it's just
sure, for sure.
having money to travel out there. Nothing else, because like with
Mm,
me, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
mm.
But having money to travel out there, to go to different places, because I'll drive, so I don't mind driving. But having the money, you know what I'm saying, the gas and it, like it's yeah. Because
Yeah, yeah,
for those who don't know, TikTok doesn't pay. TikTok does not pay, and
Most
then
platforms
Instagram
don't play.
stop they
Yeah,
they don't.
no.
Instagram's not bad, but they stopped their bonus reels. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not making yeah, they stopped it. So I'm not making money with Instagram anymore. And then TikTok literally pays like crap.
Right, right. Well, I didn't even know Instagram paid at all. So what was that? Sorry.
Yeah, so they had a bonus reel pay. So if
Right.
you got like a certain amount of views, you got paid. Um you had to like meet the view requirement,
Mm.
but you can earn a lot of money. So like
Mm.
my old Instagram, like I think it went up to, if you got like 1 million views in like a month span or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was like a week or two. I don't remember what it was. It was like
Yeah.
a span. It was no
Yeah.
longer than a month for sure. I know that for a fact. You could, depending on how many followers you got and everything, like you can earn between like $1,000, $10,000.
Wow.
Mine's on my old Instagram was like 1,500.
Mm. 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 No, I get you. I get you. That makes sense. Yeah. I so in terms of I guess you know establishing like the clothing brand and stuff like that. Have you got things in the works for that, or do you like to? Are you doing designs yourself, or have you done
I
designs in the past? Or
I I'm actually glad you brought that up because
oh,
I
okay, maybe
haven't
we
want to
don't need
work
to.
on a.
If we got to keep it low, then we don't need to.
No, it's something it's definitely gonna take some time because I definitely been slack. I definitely have
Mm,
been trying to just figure everything out with the process of it. So I haven't got to it yet.
mm.
But you know what I'm saying? Definitely something that I do want to have in the work. So that you know what I'm saying? We'll just leave it at that. But
For sure, man.
hopefully I can get something in the works when it comes to clothing. Because like I said, I love clothes and I want to express clothes. So
Mm, mm. So what part of America are you based in or live in? Have you lived there your whole life or?
yeah, so I stay all the way on the East Coast in Pennsylvania.
Mm.
I've been here my whole life. I need to get out ASAP. I've been trying to get out ASAP. I hate it here. I hate it.
What's it like there? I mean, you say East Coast. I get that in terms of geography, but I don't know. Being Australian, I don't really get the what's Pennsylvania like? I guess like Americans would kind of be like, oh yeah, of course, get out of there. But like,
Yeah.
what does that mean for somebody outside? What's it like?
So the overall area of Pennsylvania is very, I don't want to say country, but it's very like, I don't know the like word for it, but it's definitely like very like farmy. A
Mm.
lot of the areas where I live, it's not really like that. It's more like I live in like in the city, so it's a little bit more city based, a little bit more, but it's still like the
Mm.
area is still like it's dirty.
Yeah.
The people very rude. A lot of the people are very rude. People just don't know how to have fun here. Everyone is always beefing, always fighting, always shooting. Like it's and
Wow.
granted that's gonna happen at least in America, which is but in America, like that's always gonna happen.
Mm.
Like because that's the sad truth. But I've been told that there's definitely like areas where like different like states and stuff where people will come up to you, say hi, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Actually speak to you, be your friends. You go to the club, everyone's vibing. If you go to the club here, 90% of people are standing there.
Mm. Mm.
Like I'm like, what do you go to? Why do you come out? Like, what do you come out for?
I'm not gonna lie, man. That's pretty much all the clubs here as well. So it's not looking that great for the rest of the world.
Uh, I don't know. Everyone's also born now, so that's also
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to people. They seem to be. I think it's just the social media type of infection, right? Like everybody just gets so much in their own head, in their own space, and their way of connecting is just like heads down, looking at the phone and sort of like just consuming instead of like putting out there. Because while there's like lots of people like yourself or people like myself or other people that like put out a lot, there's even more people that just sit there and just consume, type like just brainless, like mindlessly. So I think that's kind of like what's I don't know I don't know what you think, but what's kind of happened to a lot of people around here. Yeah. Do you see how's it with sort of people you grew up with, like friends and stuff like that? Were they always as sort of creative as you are, or you're kind of like the outlier at all, if that makes sense?
yeah. I mean, they were. I don't.
Yeah, I'm just.
they
They're gonna watch this and be like, "Hey, you fucking said this on that."
because like I don't want to say like
Yeah.
how can I put this without it making it sound as like my friends were just I know they just so we just hung out.
Mm, mm,
There really was not much to it. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying. There's friends. A lot of my friends back then, I really don't talk to a lot. Some of
for
them,
sure. Yeah.
um, a lot of them are just they just go to work, do everywhere, have
Yeah.
fun. A lot of them, I really don't. There's only one, and he's more like my brother than anything. There's only one person that in my life who actually is involved with me, like when it comes to creative, because he is creative himself. He's a dancer. He does
Mm.
fashion. He's a very when it comes to fashion, he is very talented. Like he needs to be. I don't know. I don't understand why he's not a model at this point. But like I said, he's really the only one who's matched me when it
Yeah.
comes to creativity.
Mm.
So yeah, a lot of people in my life has just been, like they support me, whatever, but just there,
Yeah. 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 I get you. I get you. Um. So I guess with the creativity and bringing things back to that, like you know, what sort of because you seem like such a driven type of dude that wants to sort of get things done. Maybe it's just me sort of putting this on you, man. But
nah, you.
you'll take it. You'll take it. You'll take it. But where's that all coming from, man? Is that just because your parents always kind of had your back, or like was there a moment in time you kind of thought, like it's like, oh no, this is just like because a lot of people get those passion type of things and they don't even need to think about it. Was that kind of like you, or?
um, I'm gonna be honest. It comes from a lot of things. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Have
mm,
my parents have my back. Just want to be better for myself, but it also coming, like I said, it also comes from me knowing as a child
mm,
what makes me happy because
mm.
like I said as a child, like even though now I wasn't no Jaden Smith, I wasn't over here like let's talk about the political no, I wasn't I wasn't none of that,
The political state of the
but
world. Yeah.
yeah, I was none of that, but I also I was able to have an open mind about stuff with a lot of things as
Mm,
like what I'm saying, middle school years. So
mm,
just whenever I found that and I was just like it really like strung my heart. It was just something that I
Mm.
knew, like, you know what I mean, to take on. Um,
Mm.
because like I said, like it is something that I've always wanted to do.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Since
Mm.
high school, middle school, like was music. All like artists are being famous, being out, especially because of just how I am as a person. Like people would always tell me, especially at like jobs and stuff, like people would tell me like my like your energy is way too good to be working out of that. like I'll be pushing carts over here dancing because I don't care. Like I don't think I care about what a person saying.
Yeah.
That's another thing about me is I do not care. I
Yeah.
do not care. I don't care
Yeah.
what a person says about me. I don't care how you feel about me.
Mm.
Like I don't. So
Yeah. It's I feel like that's pretty different with a lot of Australians because it seems like a lot of outside looking in, like a lot of Americans when they come on cameras and stuff like that, even when they do the like double this or pass it on to the next person type of thing, they just like walk up to people in the streets and stuff type of thing. It seems like you guys have got a pretty good concept of like showmanship, at least. Like people are pretty
yeah.
pretty well put together. You do that in Australia, people kind of like just look down and be like, "Oh, fuck off, mate." Oh, just just
yeah.
walk off. I don't know what it is. Like, what do you think it is? Like when how just this essence of showmanship or maybe I'm just projecting.
Nah, I just think like some areas are just very different. Like you
Mm,
said, like I just think with like on Australia, like a
mm,
lot of people don't do that. So it's
yeah.
just not something compared to here that people in Australia are used to. Because here, man, people just all you see is people recording doing, especially nowadays. Oh my
Mm,
goodness, all you see is people just going out doing public interviews, doing stupid or whatever. So it's
yeah.
just like it's just, you know what I mean. People are just used to it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I suppose you guys, the epicenter of creation in terms of like film and content type of stuff with some of like you guys got the biggest YouTubers and stuff like that and probably the biggest content creations just all around and stuff like that. So it seems to be, it probably comes with having like 300 million more people than us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That'll help.
yeah, so that would help. That would help.
Man, I'm interested to know, like, what do you guys sort of think of Australia? Like, what's your sort of thoughts, or what's the sort of thing like that you guys sort of think of when you think of Australia or Aussies?
Man, me personally, I love Australia. I love Australia. But that's because I also don't like America. so I don't like America.
Yeah, straight up.
I really don't. I really do want to travel to like Dubai is on my list. I want to travel to
Mm,
Dubai. Australia's on my list. I really want to travel outside the country as well. Like a lot people don't do their research.
mm.
Like America's free and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're free. But there's a lot of other places outside the country that are low key better than us. Like like there's places that literally don't have to pay for healthcare.
Yeah, that's pretty
Like
gnarly. That's pretty gnarly. I saw I always remember this. I saw somebody got bit by a rattlesnake over there one time, and they posted up their medical bill. It was like $95,000, and I was just like, "Holy crap, that's nuts!"
right.
Meanwhile,
Right.
like me and my fiance, when we had our kid, we just walked into the hospital. Essentially, we had some complications and emergency type of things like that for an emergency birth, and this sort of like look after you, take you into like the birthing ward. It's all a very high class, very nice hospital, and then they take you into the surgery room just because it was like a complication, and then just do a C-section like that, and then like a couple days later you just walk out. No bill, no nothing. Like
Man, I
it's
wish.
crazy to
Like
hear
that's
that.
how, yeah, like that's how it should be. Like, like, especially when something like accidental happened. Like, how you gonna charge me for getting bit by a snake? Like, what?
Yeah, and it's always it. I hear the thing where it's like the idea. So I hear is that it breeds like competition between like doctors to get so that you have the best type of doctors out there. So like the idea of like having free healthcare is like, oh, even if that doctor performs really really well, he's gonna get paid the same as like a doctor that's underperforming or just not performing that great. So that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's like relating much to you guys, is it?
I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue. I have no clue.
Getting off track for the main topic conversation, I suppose. Yeah, man. So like, what's the you know, in terms of like people that inspire you and influence you a lot? Obviously, it seems like popular culture, if you will, like Chris Brown and all that type of thing. Like you've got some pretty, at least extensive knowledge in the dance moves, right? Have those people that have inspired you or you've looked up to, or is there other people as well?
Actually, that's funny because Chris Brown definitely has been one that's inspired me. He's definitely been one.
Mm.
Especially when it came to dancing, he's definitely been
Mm.
one. He has definitely been one.
Yeah, me too, man. It's a sick guy. a lot,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people are saying he's like the next Michael Jackson for ages there.
Listen, if there's anybody, Chris Brown, I'll take Chris Brown. People have been saying Harry Styles. I'm like,
What?
stop,
No, they
stop.
didn't. You
I swear to
No, they
you, I
didn't.
would,
You made
I
that
would,
one up.
I wish I was like, I listen. I made a video about it because I was about to. I was mad when it was a news article. They said people are trying to declare Harry Styles as the new king of pop or something above as Michael Jackson. I'm like,
Man, I don't know who said that, but they're fucking on something.
I, I'm like, I don't even know a Harry Styles song. Like, I can name you 10 Chris Brown songs off the bat.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And like, does Harry Styles even dance? I don't think he danced, does he?
I don't think he does.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Freaking hell, that's nuts. If
I,
anybody's gonna be the next king, it's gonna be Chris Brown, full stop, and it always has
hands
been.
down.
And he
Yeah,
did
hands
that.
down.
He did that. What was it? He did that sort of Michael Jackson tribute on stage. I don't know if they ever aired it, but it was on YouTube. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I did hear about that. I think I did hear about that.
Yeah, yeah, that was sick. That one, and he's sort of, he can hit those sort of similar notes and stuff like that. But definitely dancing. God damn, that dude's
Right.
training and practicing forever,
That's what I'm saying. Like people try to discredit Chris Brown. I'm like, he's the only like artist that really be like dancing. Like the only other artist besides Chris Brown that was dancing was Mike. That was it.
Yes. Yeah, he's probably the only one. Have you ever seen that? What was that? Fine China music video, but it was the one where
Yeah.
he's just dancing in the warehouse. You seen that one?
Yeah.
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 Who else is releasing things like that? Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody
Not a
doing
single
that.
soul.
It's because he's got so much goddamn skill.
I know.
Man, take it back to this TikTok type of thing. How do you sort of see TikTok sort of progressing, coming on, and moving forward? I mean, that seems like it's just wave after wave of just whatever happens to sort of catch fire next. Is that kind of what you think is happening with the app, or where it's sort of moving?
I'll be honest. I don't even know because TikTok is just one of them apps where like I just feel I just it's just been like this with TikTok. It's just been like this with TikTok because with TikTok,
Mm,
which I will never discredit TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely helped me
yeah,
start. You know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
My career. It's
Yeah.
definitely helped progress my career. But me personally, I don't think TikTok is gonna be here for the long run. I don't.
Really, really.
I don't.
What makes you
I
say
don't.
that?
The way that first of all the way that they treat their creators,
Oh.
they don't pay the creators enough.
Mm,
And just with a lot of things, like with certain people, just how they operate. Like at least with me, I don't know. A lot of people don't see it. I
mm,
see it all the time.
mm.
TikTok. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not every video is gonna do well, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's just what reality is.
Yeah.
But on apps like Instagram and especially YouTube,
Mm,
when you have a base following, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get a
that base.
base. That
Mm,
base, you know what I'm saying, amount of views every single time. Some might
mm,
overperform, some might under, but you're gonna get around that number.
mm.
TikTok, it's not like that for real. Like it really like unless you're making the same video every single time, like it's not like that. And me personally, I see it all the time. Like if I'm making like this video, this video, they all do well. If I have to like announce something or whatever, that video is tanking immediately.
Mm, Mm.
And I've dealt with that for so long. Like
Mm.
when videos just taking, going up, taking, because the moment I make something completely different, it's like they don't push it at all.
Mm. Yeah. So what's your plan to sort of combat that type of thing? Is it just purely sort of just, you know, using TikTok as the launching pad that it has been, just trying to build up everything else? Is that kind of the idea next, I suppose?
Pretty much. Like my goal is to but first of all, my goal is to basically move away to TikTok, but I'm gonna still use it to like obviously get myself out there, promote, but to
Sure.
not focus on it as much. Because at first I was just focusing on TikTok, but now I'm saying I with Instagram and trying to get YouTube up and my music and
Mm.
stuff and X Y
Mm.
Z, it's really just more trying to get away and just do everything else and
Mm.
use it as more of a backbone now.
Yeah. So being a sort of creator on TikTok, saying it's pretty tough, pretty difficult type of thing. So what's the sort of main sort of struggles? Is it just like that baseline, where they're just, you've got that audience there, but it doesn't mean anything? Is that just the main sort of struggle with the app?
I Me personally, yes.
Yeah.
Me personally, yes.
Mm.
Because I feel like it really takes a certain creator for a lot of people to like. If you ever notice how, like matter of fact, like you said, how a lot of creators like on TikTok will have a following, but not a
Mm.
following anywhere else. It's
Yes.
because a lot of people on TikTok, their attention spans are so short that they
Mm.
only just see a video. They might follow you, but they don't really care about you. They just follow because they like the
Mm.
video, whatever. And that's
Mm.
why a lot of people just don't transform. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because and that was something that I always noticed because at first I struggled trying to get my Instagram up at first.
Mm.
When I first hit a million or like 2 million, like I was struggling. I think I didn't even have like past 10K.
Mm.
Then I started posting on Instagram. I started getting reposted on Instagram. So then all people from Instagram was following me. And
Yeah.
that's how I got
Right.
my audience on Instagram because people, you know what I mean? I was getting reposted. Like I
Mm.
said, because like Taraji posted me, Summer
Mm.
Walker posted me. So I was getting those people on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, following me and stuff instead of like directly from TikTok. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's what I've always sort of seen with that sort of TikTok type of thing. Their audience base, it must be really young. I don't know if if you've got analytics or anything like that tell you or anything, but it must be super young because those attention spans there. I guess they're also sort of breeding the attention span there, which is probably devastating for like 10, 20 years time when people have to do full-time work and
yeah.
stuff. That's gonna be hectic for the economy, I suppose.
Very. That's
But and
very,
every other facet of life. But
very.
yeah, it's just you get a lot of the creators on there, like you said, they're just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's like who was it? I think Joe Rogan or Andrew Schultz had on his podcast talking about how like TikTok in China is super different. How they'll promote like you actually doing clever shit. Like if you're painting or you're playing the piano or you're doing a hard maths problem or something like that, you like blow up. But over here, it's
Yeah.
like they're only accrediting or blowing up people that just seem to just do the same sort of like cringy one dance move over and over again. I don't know what's your
Yup.
sort of, is that what you see?
Yup. That is
Yeah.
something that I've been seeing. Yup.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's pretty tough for you being a creator. Obviously you're such a creative type of dude that wants to do a lot of things like that. But, the whole, even though you build up such an audience, they're not there for you in a way, it sounds like, at least like the core number, I suppose, like, or the majority of the number is just there to just, because they've set it up like, you got the like and then you got the follow like right above each other. So it's just like, giving them another like essentially. Whereas like
Yeah.
YouTube, like you subscribe to somebody, it's like it takes a lot to get somebody to subscribe, right? Like they've got to
Yup.
actually either really enjoy your video or they see your videos a lot and have come to enjoy your content. Otherwise, you're never going to get that subscriber type of thing. Is that kind of where you're finding the main difference in YouTube versus TikTok?
Very. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly. Yup.
Yeah, yeah. So with I saw you doing like you're doing the Twitch as well. Was that just for people to sort of watch you sort of do your music and stuff like that?
It's just I've been on and off with Twitch because I really haven't cared for Twitch and streaming.
For
Because
sure.
with streaming, it's not hard. It's what's
Mm.
hard about streaming is just depending on how long you stream and just trying to find stuff to do
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I really never cared for streaming, but you know what I'm saying, with me starting up music again and stuff, I was like, you know what I'm saying, why not just stream while I do it? Since music is a long process anyway, trying to do everything. I'm like, why not just stream while I do music or whatever? So I'm
Yeah.
saying it's more just like, you know what I'm saying, just bored. So let's just do it all at once.
Yeah. What sort of music are you making specifically?
So basically I so the genre more like, you know what I'm saying, hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
rap, R&B type area. But it's like I definitely want to do a lot of just songs about like that actually come from the heart. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
just like feelings and stuff like this. Um,
Mm.
because songs like that is where I feel like I best shine at. Because I've done music before. You know what I'm saying? It's not the
Oh yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
I've Yeah, like years ago. And then something happened and I lost so much motivation for music and I stopped. It took me 4 years to actually put down write some and record it. But I couldn't find it. And then
Yeah.
I put on what did I do? I seen people remix favorite song by Tusi. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I haven't.
But it's basically like a love song. I seen people like
Mm-hmm.
remix this. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it. And I remember I was able to jot down and just write some, and I recorded, and I was like, man. And then I was like, you know what? Let me see it again. So I looked up a Tusi type beat because he makes a lot of love songs too, and I found this beat came to me instantly just about how I was feeling about my
Mm.
ex and everything. It came to me and just boom.
That's so good, man. That's so good. So music's definitely been, you know, one of those back and forth type of those. I mean, love affair, if you will. Like for you, it sounds like that. You know, that's pretty good that it's been able to sort of get you back into it. Is that something you find a lot of creative fulfillment in?
Yes, very, very. Because I'm definitely when it comes to music, I'm somebody who like loves to express from my heart,
Mm.
which that's what music should be.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, lie in their raps. Oh, I got two twin ducks, you know what I'm saying? That like that. People lie in their raps.
Meanwhile,
I
they're
don't
from like the Hamptons.
right. Exactly. Meanwhile, they from the country talking about, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do all that. Like I like to speak about, even if it's not about love or whatever, like I like to speak about something that, you know what I'm saying, actually comes from here.
Mm.
So yeah.
I get that. So I guess, how do you feel about a lot of these pretty copy paste type of cringy type of TikTok creators that have got massive followings, but they got all the music deals in the world? How's that? How's that for you?
Oh my lord, you don't even understand. Oh my lord. I don't understand it. I just look and just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ain't nothing I can do, is whatever. Because the thing is like there's nothing you can do about it. I mean,
Mm.
they're doing at the end of the day, like I'll always be happy for people, you know what I'm saying, especially when I see young black, you know what I'm saying, young, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, brothers and sisters doing
For sure.
well for themselves. I'm always be happy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely crazy though, because a lot of it's just like, man, like y'all just sound like each other and just blown up. And I'm like, what in the world? Like,
Because you just know that they never did music before, for sure, for sure. Like no way, and you just know that like somebody's seen their stuff and it's like, hey, look, we've written this song. Just come in, sing it. We'll fix up your voice post production, and we'll shoot a music video, and that'll be that. And we'll give you a Grammy at the end of the year.
right. I'm just like, wow, okay. I'm
It
like,
just
now y'all see why everybody trying to rap.
that's it. That's it. Freaking like it's almost like we've created this sort of culture around creativity just to be so disingenuous. Almost it seems like because for me, I come from an artistic background, like professional fine arts, so like portraiture and landscape type of painting with oils and stuff, and that's what I
Yeah.
did professionally for a lot of years there. And that's something you just can't fake at all. Like, you can't fake that, really. Like, in the terms of like the fine art type of thing. Like, contemporary, you probably could. You could get away with it, right? Like, you'd be like, oh, this means that, this means this, because that's what I'm saying. That's what I say it means.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can get away with that sort of stuff. But, for a lot of the raw, unadulterated, like, this is, my depiction of this person, or this is my depiction of this landscape, or things like that. Like, your style and your technique and all those things, they're going to come into question, straight away. Like, people can see, like, from a glance, like, oh, this guy's got a really good brushwork. This guy knows what he's doing. Like, he's very conscious about it. But it seems like, that sort of genuine sort of representation of your creativity coming over into, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the apps themselves, but like TikTok or Instagram, and I guess short form type of content, right? Like, it just leads you to just be like, okay, what's working? Okay, let me just do that a million times, and hopefully I'll get a goddamn brand deal type of thing. I don't know. What's
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's pretty much how it is for real. Especially with TikTok. That's exactly really how it is. Like, it's
Mm.
like, as soon as you, because that's pretty much, even in my case, that's pretty much
Mm.
what happened with me, because I blew up a couple times, because I blew
Mm-hmm.
up when I first blew up. It was off of some video that I made, and I remember I repeated it again, again, and again. Video blew
Mm.
up. The videos blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. I hit a mill.
Mm.
But I really wasn't happy with the type of content I was doing. Like, it was childish. I didn't like it. It really wasn't me.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I was like, I'm not doing it no more. I wanted to do what makes, what I'm saying, something for me. Like, so
Yeah.
then for time, my video, like I said, my views were up and down, up and down, up and down.
Mm.
And then, like, literally what happened was, I literally just one day was like, I'm gonna just prop my phone up in the car and just blabber about something, and then whatever. And then I blew up again and
Mm.
did it again, again and again. And then my videos went right back up, right back up, right back up, right back up.
Mm.
And then that's when I started the TikTok thing.
Mm.
Videos, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
yeah. And then I kept making it, like literally the same type of videos over, over, over and over again.
Mm. What does
So
that
it's definitely, yeah.
What does that do for your creativity personally? Like, how do you feel when you're just stuck doing that sort of same thing like that?
It definitely can, be draining, me personally, because people might see it and be like, "Yo, but it's easy. Like, oh, you gotta just make the same type of content." But it's like, when you're a creative person, you don't want to do that.
No.
Like, you
Yeah.
don't want to do that, because when you're a creative person, you want to expand. You want to show the world your creativity. So it's like, it
Mm.
really just like crushes all your creativity when all you can do is make the same video over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Like, the way things were going with my art and stuff like that, it was going great. Like, I'd sell, works and all over the world and stuff like that, and for all different types of people. But the way to really sort of like make the big bucks and have a consistent sort of flow in is typically you're going to run like workshops, right? So you're going to run like teaching type of things, like orientated things. And, I did that. I ran a few workshops, did a lot of how-to type of videos and stuff like that, and they did really, really well on my other YouTube. But, man, it's tough to just do that. Like, I can only show somebody the fundamentals so many times before I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Just look it up on YouTube. Somebody will teach you. You know,
Yeah, exactly,
like how many times do
exactly.
I need to make the same sort of video over and over again? Like, of course, like, the biggest market is like people trying to get into it, right? Like, people just, that's the biggest audience, is like, this is what you got to do to sort of attract the audience. And that's what a lot of artists do and did in that time. It's like their entire um, creation of like videos and live streams and all that was based around just like how-to type of things and just being a
Right.
teacher. And it's like, god damn, like, I don't want to just do this same video over and over and over again. Like, I want to just paint.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm
Right.
painting different things all the time. So one of my specialties as a painter was doing plein air work. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So plein air work is like you go out on location to the scene itself. So whether you're hiking out or you're going to the beach or you go into a specific location in person, and then you'd set your stuff up and you'd paint there in front of it, and you'd paint what you see, or like your representation of what you see or whatever. And that's like one of my specialties because I fucking love it. You know?
Yeah.
And I would make vlogs about that type of stuff too, and that's what my focus would be on. But like that's not what sort of gets you the attraction. It's not what gets you the money. It's you've got to stick to teaching. You've got to stick to like how to type of things. Like it's like, but fuck, I don't want to show people how to do the same thing over and over and over again. So I get that. I get
Exactly.
that creativity thing. Like when the I don't know if it's an algorithm thing, or it'll probably still be there whether you got the algorithm or not. Like in person, like people are just always going to gravitate towards like that one thing, I guess. But at least the algorithm like really accentuates that, I think. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Me personally, it's definitely both. Like definitely, like you said, like with people,
Oh,
but
sorry, man.
I
Real quick,
definitely
you're out of focus.
am I. Oh, hold on.
I don't know if
Let me
that's.
see.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, man.
All right, you good. What was I saying? Oh, it's definitely like you know what I'm saying, like with people, because like some people just don't. Some people just don't care. Like I said, a lot of people just don't care about the actual creator itself and their content. They just care about what they like sometimes.
Mm,
But it's also an algorithm thing, me personally,
mm,
especially with TikTok. Like I
mm.
think with Instagram and YouTube, it's really just more of a following, especially with YouTube, because that's why they don't
Yeah.
with YouTube, they recommend not making the same videos 24/7.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So but compared to TikTok, it's definitely an algorithm thing with TikTok because
Mm,
that's like the people that I see, not the people that I see who got views all the time usually are making the same content over and over again. And as soon as they make
mm,
something different, their views tank.
mm. Yeah. Absolutely. Who's that chick that she's now like an actress or something like that, or a B-list celebrity type of thing. I can't remember, but she was doing the same sort of TikTok dances all over and over again. And back, I can't remember her name, but everybody in the comments, I don't even really understand, who her following, like core following was, because I used to remember seeing the comments and everybody just shitting on her and hating her guts. But then she ended up doing a Netflix movie and stuff like that.
It has to be either because there's only like three girls. It's either Bella or Charlie or Addison.
I think it was that Addison chick who did that. It's like, damn, like what's like what's in their psyche to sort of like be fine with doing like the same thing for like thousands of videos like that. Like you got to be a different type of person, honestly. Or maybe the
It's the
Instagram,
fame.
maybe the algorithm just favors people like that. I don't know.
I mean, they do, but it's also just the fame. Like people see, like people just see the what they're getting from it, and they don't care. I'm like, y'all, a lot of people, y'all don't do it for the love, but you
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
hey, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, congratulations to them at the end of the day. They, you know what I'm saying, they found success, and
mm,
you know,
yeah, for sure. Like just keep in your lane type of thing, right? Like you just keep your head down. You're just like, yeah, like this is what gives me passion. This was what wakes me up in the morning. So in terms of like you know your YouTube or doing stuff like that or other type of videos, what do you kind of have in mind for like I guess longer format type of videos? You have sort of plans or ideas for that type of stuff?
I well, yes, technically I do. It's just being able to execute them. Like I definitely have
Mm.
ideas for longer form content. Like I want to venture out and um try to like I had an idea where I wanted to like just wear old baggy clothes and just go around with a boombox and just tell people like, yo, serve. You know what I'm saying? It is titled like serve or get served. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like in this battle people. You know what I'm saying? Put on some crop music and be like, yo, what's up? Mm, mm.
I feel like that'd be pretty good short form and long form for sure.
It's definitely something I thought about. It's just being able to execute it because like I don't really have. It's hard to try to make. It's hard to try to make videos when you don't have someone to help you like record and
Mm.
stuff. and that's what's been stopping me from doing that, because it's
Mm.
just when you don't have someone to help you record, like it's very difficult.
Yeah, yeah, I get that for sure. Like a lot of my like I made like over 100 different vlogs and stuff like that. All of them did really well, but it's tough, man. Like when you don't have somebody there to just like, hold the camera. But so you gotta like do what you're doing, and then you gotta set up the camera and make sure that it's like recording, got enough battery, it's in
Exactly.
focus, all that sort of stuff. Like, is the shot? Am I in frame? And then if something
Exactly.
like happens and you go out of frame, you can't like move it quickly. It can't like follow
Hmm.
you type of thing. Man, I'd love if they'd have
Exactly.
like a drone thing that didn't make much noise, that just held your camera for you. That'd be sick.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
We need that.
Hey, look, man. That's about it. An hour there. Like, I really appreciate your time, man. Like, I'm really appreciative of it.
No, for
I'm
sure, for
definitely a big
sure.
fan.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
Man,
your
and like I
call.
said before we started recording, like, you're probably like the only person that I follow that makes content similar to you, just because you're just not cringe, and you're actually funny. So, man, I
I
really,
appreciate that. I really thank you. A lot of people are cringe. Oh my lord, all the content today is so cringy. I'm like, man, oh my god.
hey, man, look, I really appreciate your time here. Thanks so much, man. I really
No, for sure. I
appreciate it.
appreciate you having me. I appreciate you having me.
Thanks so much, man.